Hey, welcome to the channel. It's all about the blues harmonica, so thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. This video is about intervals. Again, great for the harmonica for people starting out or been playing a long time, and it's kind of a follow-on from the last video I've just done, my warming up the engines of a blues harmonica on Dawn Patrol. So have a listen to that and then have a listen to this, or listen to this first, doesn't matter, whichever way round you want to do it. Now if you trawl through my videos, every now and again I do ear training lessons, and whether you're on harmonica or on any instrument, it's just as important, and a lot of musicians neglect this, even some guys right at the top level. And if you want to do session work, or if you've ever done session work, you have to be able to play with anybody in any setting, in any style. Okay, it's important to pick a style, but and then your individual style on top of that, but it's so that you're able to do it, and the very few people at the top of the pile are able to do it. But ear training is so important. It's not about having perfect pitch, as I always say, it's about having relative pitch, but the most important thing is to understand and recognize intervals. Now today I'm going to be looking at this. Okay, so the sixth interval. So if you check out Harpo the Healer on Broadway, you'll see me doing on Broadway, very famous with George Benson, of course. If you listen to that, you'll hear me actually going through different tricky keys on that one after each cycle, as Benson did on some of his recordings. But ba-doo, that's the sixth interval. So if I'm in second position, I'll be going from 2 draw to 5 blow. Yeah, so you can have that tune in your head. That's how to hear sixth interval coming up, or a way of doing it. Alright? Now on other ones we've already covered, and you need to go back and look at my other videos. Unless you've got your straight arpeggio, 1, 3, 5, 8. We've done Here Comes the Bride. Which is your fourth, and your fifth. Last post, alright. Your flat and third, another easy interval to hear. Which I've covered. Alright, they've covered. So we're looking at the sixth today. The trick is play, sing, play. So play, sing, play. Then, after a few minutes, drop the sing, drop the play, and sing first, then play. Okay, and do that over like a 10-minute period, 50-minute period, and then throw your mind completely away for it, and then come back to it and then see if you can hear it. It's very interesting because as a tenor sax player, I hear everything a tone up from concert. When I'm playing tenor sax, or well, when I'm playing soprano sax or tenor sax, mainly tenor sax player, yeah, but it doubles on sopranos the same pitching. Okay, and I just hear that. But if I pick a guitar up and run my way around the guitar, I'm automatically in concert as I hear it. It's very strange. And what's happening is I'm even bypassing the knowledge now and letting my ear do the work. Alright? So I'm at that stage. Now, you can get these things fairly easily, but you have to put yourself through these particular ideas. And really have to, and if you love music, you will do it. As I often say, you know, people, you'll get good at what you really like to do. You know, some people like to go off and run marathons, other people like to just lock themselves away and play music, other people like to lock themselves away and do art. Whether they're earning a living at it or not, they'll still do it for a large proportion of their day. Alright? So if intervals will really open you up to hear all different types of music, you know. So this is the sixth. one extra little thing, I forgot this. We're going to be covering this on the next video I do on intervals. Octaves, listen. Or here. Different places, different keys. So I'm using a vehicle to hear my octave. Eventually you'll do these and you won't need to do particular tunes. Okay, so I'm going to cover that on the next one on octaves, and then later I'll be showing how to get all the intervals going up, coming down, and then how to utilize them into forms of music. Okay, and the reason this is just an extra bit I forgot about. The reason why you do these intervals is because you even see musicians at top levels who don't necessarily have the skills in using the ear the right way. You know, you come across a very good session player, if you've come across them in your life, session players, they'll do anything. You know, if you tell yourself you read that some guy's a session player, it means they can jump into modern jazz and do very, very well. They can drop into the studio and do classical, they can do commercial, they can work on TV. Usually a walk down of the park, probably the reading with maybe one shot and then straight in. And any improvisation will take care of it. They'll do it as appropriate or as guided to ask what, do what they've been asked to do. So the reason they can do it is because they have, and gives them a huge advantage because they hear the intervals. It's not about perfect pitch, but it's about hearing the intervals. Relative pitch is absolutely fine. You know, you've even got people like the great George Benson, one of the greatest jazz guitar players in the world, has relative pitch. It's not perfect, same with Wynton Marsalis. And you know, perfect pitch, of course, you can have it and it can be a curse. It can be as hindrance as much as it can be advantageous. Depends how you utilize it. I've come across people with perfect pitch who, it's awful. So they can't really play, or they don't utilize it. I don't know how to utilize it. Okay, so these things, I'll just point that out there, that this is why these intervals are so fun. If you love music, you'll just naturally incorporate what I'm showing you. Okay, because it's like anything. If you love something and you do it a lot, then life becomes easy. The only difference between what I can do and what you're aiming to learn is the fact that I've just done it more than you have, and maybe taken the right advice on the way in. And work that when you get more experience through all 12 keys. Alright, but this is the tip for today. Alright, so don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, check out my podcasts, have a look at all the other videos. Guess what? I'll catch you on the rebound.